Hey there, YouTube. Wrestling Optimus here. This is gonna be a two-part video. We're gonna be doing an unboxing later, and hopefully that's gonna be a lot of fun. But before we do, there's been a bunch of releases again, so it's time to go through the drawers and move some figures around. All right. I'm just gonna kind of scroll across and see who got released. I think most of these guys are still around. Shinsuke, Jeff, Miz. Oh, here's our first casualty. John Morrison. Set him aside. Alright, Xavier, Rey Mysterio. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn contracts are coming up, so we'll see what happens with them. MVP, Matt Riddle's still around. What do we got here? Randy Orton, Big E still around. Viking Raiders. We got Street Profits, the Dirty Dogs. Cesaro's still here. Corbin's still here. These guys are a team now. Lotharios. Ricochet's somehow still around. Oh. Keith Lee. Alright, let's see. Somehow, T-Bar. Jinder still around. R-Truth. Oh, Karrion Kross. I just got this figure. Jesus. I think he might have changed his personality, but Elias is still around. Zhao is still around. Ali and Shelton Benjamin's still around. I'm not sure about Gulak, but I think he's still there for now. Close that up. Let's go one drawer up to the women. Alright. So Sasha's still here. Becky, Charlotte. Oh, Naya's gone. Carmella, Zelina. Oh, they're the new champions, aren't they? I'll give them a belt. Tony Storm's still there. Alexa, Nikki, Bianca, Shayna. Oh, Tegan Knox is gone. We got Rhea, Liv. Didn't she just win the... Yeah, I gave this to her the other day, the 24/7. Asuka's still around. Oh, Scarlett. You're out of here. Ember Moon, who I had down in NXT, is out of here. But Mandy Rose and Dakota are still there. And finally, still have Walter, Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne. I think Samoa Joe's technically still there. I don't have a Ciampa. Johnny Gargano's thing is coming up soon. Roderick's the Cruiserweight champ. But Drake Maverick, Mr. 247, you're also gone. So here's our little pile of misfit toys. There we go. Sucks, but yeah. WWE keeps making me do this. Anyway, now let's get to the fun stuff. It's time to do some unboxing. Alright, and we're back with part 2, where we're going to be unboxing just a couple of figures today. And let's start out with a basic WWE. This is Dexter Loomis. This is the first time I'm having him in the collection. So we're going to start with a basic of him. I don't even know if there's an elite out. He is part of a line with Braun Strowman, who was released, Bobby Lashley, Otis, and Jake Atlas, who was released. So, yeah. WWE's got to do a much better job of not releasing their talent and then putting out a figure. Anyway, as always, it's time to let him breathe. And here he is. The first thing I want to point out while the camera is really in focus is that he's got a little bit of paint from his hair, like blonde paint, on his forehead there. And that's kind of disappointing. I wish I had gotten a one with a better paint job, but whatever. Otherwise, it's pretty good. It looks just like him. I do like the face sculpt. So if you can get one without a botched paint job, then it's a pretty good figure. Here's the back. So you can see all those tattoos that kind of wrap around his sleeves there. He's got these serial killer glove hands, so that's good. We got an open fist and a closed fist. He stands up really well, as most basics do. So he's passing, whoop, as I knock him over. He passes the stand test, as again, most basics do, because they're basic. They don't have too many articulations that can cause them to fall over, so they're pretty solid in most cases. Anyway, that's basic Dexter Loomis. Since it looks just like him, on a basic scale, I'd say it's like an 8 out of 10. Next up, we got the Summerslam Bayley basic figure from Series 121. Pretty much the only reason I got this is to get an updated hair Bayley. Otherwise, she's injured, so not even going to be using this anytime soon. But this is part of a series with Kane, Rey Mysterio in that all-white outfit, Roman Reigns, and Apollo Crews. At least there's no releases on this list. But yeah, it's a basic, it has no accessories, so let's just let it breathe. And here she is out of the packaging. As you can see with the hands, 2 open fists. Now, because the women have a different hip structure than the men, they do tend to be a little less stable, but as you can see, I'll back her up a little bit, she easily passes the stand test right out of the packaging. We have this new Bayley top, as well as the role model Bayley pants, and they have a bunch of stars all over these sides and the back. So it's definitely that new look that she's going for, and once she comes back off injury, this is going to be a good figure to have. As for our rating, I would say that head sculpt looks really, really good, and I'm liking this outfit, so I'm going to go with also an 8 out of 10. Next up, we got a Championship Showdown pack here with the Usos. So at the very least, we're going to have matching side plates. I do have a pair of Usos in white outfits, but I wanted this down since day one-ish pair with black outfits. However, because there's no tattoos, it's going to be a lot harder to tell the difference between them. It looks like Jimmy has kind of cleaner cut and less beard, while Jay has the longer beard, and also his mouth is closed while Jimmy's mouth is open. I'll just have to kind of remember that. Turning the box around, it looks like this is part of a series. I do believe I have the Street Profits, and I opened that in a previous video. I do not plan on getting the Shawn Michaels and John Cena. I did look into this belt, and it is not the child's belt. That's like $15. It's some more expensive belt, so at this point, I'm probably not going to get it. And if anything, I'll just make my own belt to put all these side plates on. But yeah, we got rid of battle packs. These are championship showdowns, and it's time to let these Usos breathe. And here they are out of the packaging, Jimmy and Jay Uso. These are basic figures. There's just 2 of them in these packs. So as basics, they stand up really well and pass the stand test. Gonna real quick show you, these are the side plates. Both of them say Usos, so that's nice. I do think I have matching Street Profits and matching Usos side plates now, so that'll be pretty cool to put on a belt. Nice and even for my OCD. Setting those aside, one really cool thing is that both of these technically do come with accessories because they have hats. But I'm going to take those hats off real quick. Both of them say Usos in this kind of almost Randy Orton font. So this one is Jimmy, if I recall, and the face sculpt is really good. It is basically just all black, but I do like the detailing of just having these wrinkles in the outfit, you know, kind of sets it apart from just painting a body black. We have this hood back here, so that gives it a little bit of character as well as this long hair. So I would say this is a really great figure. We got an open fist and a closed fist, the same as Jay over here. Jay has an equally good head sculpt. It's just that it has a longer beard and a closed mouth, but also awesome hair. Also the kind of wrinkles on the legs, Usos on the back, and the hood. And both of these are rocking kind of just generic white sneakers. If I felt like it, I could probably paint them with a cool pattern, which is nice since they're just white and they're kind of just a blank canvas. But anyway, I'm going to give these ones a bump up because they did technically come with an accessory. The hats plus the side plates, they came together. So these are really great figures. I'm loving the head sculpts. I love the outfits. I'm going to give these a 10 out of 10. Time for another championship showdown. This time it is with Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins. I'm really trying to get a good Drew McIntyre figure. I got one with the motorcycle, the Wreckin' Motorcycle set, and I bought just kind of a generic basic at one point, and I can't get a really good one, so I'm hoping this one's good. And I wanted an updated Seth Rollins. I still have his kind of Shield look. This one is more of his modern King of Drip look. So we're gonna take a look at the back real quick and then get this opened up. It looks like the rest of this series is the Riddle and AJ Styles I opened on a recent video, and a John Morrison Kofi Kingston team up that I probably won't end up getting. I just noticed this says high flyers, and I would not consider Drew McIntyre to be a high flyer, but whatever. Time to let this breathe. Here they are out of the box, and I'm actually going to start with the side plates. We got the Drew McIntyre logo and the Seth Rollins logo. So again, just kind of side plates. They are what they are, but it's nice to have them. Here are the figures. They are basics, like I've been saying. So we're going to grade them on a basic scale, but because they aren't essentially the same figure like the Usos were, we're going to be grading them individually. As I've also been saying, because of the simplicity of the design, they stand up really, really well. They instantly pass the stand test. And let's start with Drew McIntyre. I do think that's a really nice head sculpt there. There's not much to him as a basic, and Drew himself is a pretty basic guy. So he just has trunks, they just have swords, and then he's got a kind of sword-based logo on the back. I do like the nice long hair because he has that iconic long hair. And I think just because there's not much to him, I'm gonna give him a 7 out of 10, but it is also arguably the best Drew McIntyre I have right now, so he's probably gonna become my new Drew McIntyre for videos. And I don't know why my Google just went off. Moving on to Seth Rollins. Here he's got this kind of man bun and this smirk to his face, but it is a really good head sculpt. It looks just like him. We also have this jacket. It doesn't come off, but it does look just like all the other ridiculous outfits that he wears to the ring these days. He's got the one glove. I don't know if he's trying to be Michael Jackson or what. Down here, we have these kind of silver accented boots. Not much to the back other than the fact that it's got this big fur collar to the jacket. And that's pretty much it. Again, not much to these, but on a basic scale, I'm going to give that Seth Rollins a 9 out of 10 because it looks just like him and I'm loving that jacket. It's also going to probably replace the Seth Rollins I've been using just because it looks more like his modern look. And finally, the only AEW figure of the day and the only non-basic figure of the day. We're taking a look at this Kenny Omega just because I happened upon it at a Target. This is part of Series 4 and it is number 28. It doesn't look like you get much in the way of accessories with this one, just an extra set of hands, but we'll see if there's something maybe buried in the packaging once we open it up. Series 4 also included a Cody Rhodes that I did not pick up, Sammy Guevara, which I did, a Matt Hardy I did not pick up, and a Santana and Ortiz, which I did. Actually, wait, I did pick up the Matt Hardy because I saw it on sale at a store. But yeah, it's time to let it breathe and see if it'll replace the Kenny Omega I have currently. Here he is, the leader of the elite, the belt collector himself, Kenny Omega, with an updated skin tone as part of Series 4 and his One-Wing Angel vest. Before we take a look at him though, let's look at the hands. We have an extra set here of just open fists, while the ones that come with him are this kind of open palm with the fingers bent look and his pistol grip. Just like with basics, the AEW Unrivaleds always stand up really well, but the difference is they stand up because they're made so well. And this is no exception. He stood right up out of the packaging. Here he is with this kind of updated look. Again, it's an updated skin tone as well. I'm loving this face sculpt. That looks just like him. Look at that hair just kind of swept over, that curly look to it with the paint job. Moving down here, we have Omega signs all over the pants, as well as on the knee pads. Not sure if you can see that. Intricate paint work here. It's not like that just kind of one color there on those basics. You got even some intricate patterns down the thigh. Here we have the one-winged vest to signify one-winged angel. And of course, he's in his iconic pose right out of the packaging. I will say the head's a little wobbly. Some of the joints were a little bit stiff. And it didn't really come with any accessories. The face is good, but it could be better. And that's why I'm gonna knock it down a couple of points and say this is a 7 out of 10. But remember, that's on an AEW Unrivaled scale. It's not the same scales with those basics. If we judge those against each other, it'd be apples to oranges. Anyway, that's Kenny Omega, and that's also gonna wrap it up for today. So if you like the video, make sure to do all that normal YouTube stuff. Smash the like button, share with any wrestling or action figure friends you may have, subscribe to the channel, and spread the word. You can also talk to me over on Twitter at WrestlingOptimus, or see all my best figure photography over on Instagram at WrestlingOptimus. If you haven't seen my Survivor Series review, that should be popping up on the screen somewhere right now. And until next time, I've been Wrestling Optimus, and I'll catch you later.